A record falls. Unbelievable. Bam Adebayo drops 83 points in a win against the Washington Wizards. And yet, not everybody's super excited about that, myself included, due to how that occurred. We got a lot to talk about here. And we have Lakers Wolves coming up in about 33 minutes. So, Donnie Freeman, let's get into it. Bam Adebayo drops 83 points against the Washington Wizards. How are you feeling about this?
Firstly, he deserves his applause, right? He went out there and still made all those baskets. I got to give him that credit, right?
All those free throws. Yeah, 83 is 83. He did, right? He had 43 free throw attempts. He made 36 of 43. He had a lot of
credit.
For sure. Look, I'm not even saying that's easy to even get to the free throw line for 43 attempts is pretty insane, right? I mean, that in and of itself, I know a lot of people are discounting that, but 83 points, 20 for 43 shooting from the field, 7 for 22 from three, 36 for 43 from the free throw line, 9 boards, 5 turnovers, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. That's Bam's stat line for the game. Second highest scoring game we've seen now in NBA history. Behind.
Are we sure about that? The Wilt game, until I see it, I can't count it.
Are you saying the Wilt game never happened?
Until I see it, I can't count it personally. I just can't count it. They got footage of everything but that, and I don't know.
You say the Wilt game never actually have. It is the we need the Zapruder film or something like that of the
tape delayed.
Yeah,
they lied. Come on.
Bam gets 83. I mean, it's unreal. I'm seeing two takes out there right now, and that's it doesn't matter how you do it. 83 is 83, and that's insane.
Which is true.
I think that is true, right? I mean, there is no matter how you get there, it's very difficult to score 83 points in an NBA game. Otherwise, other people would have done it by now, right? Mm-hmm. Like, just doing that is absolutely insane. The fact that he put up 83 points, even if it is against a Washington Wizards team that is very, very bad, it's still 83 points in an NBA game. Like, that in and of itself, like, you can't, there's no taking that away. It's 83 points in an NBA game against an NBA team. It's not like he was playing, I don't know, a Division II college team or like a high school team or something like that and put up 83. This was against an NBA team.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like I said, you have to give a baseline of respect because 83 freaking points is 83 points, right? Now, where the criticism would come in is, like you said, the free throw portion of it all. And it's not even about the amount of free throws. It's kind of where they came from. And I understand both sides of it, people being upset about it. But like I said, 83 points is insane because he could have went to the free throw line and bombed all those and not got to 83 points. He could have missed those threes he made or tough baskets he made, whatever it is to not get to that. So you got to give the respect, again, at least to a baseline level. He also set a record for free throw makes in a game as well. So keep that in mind too. That's a NBA record for makes of free throws in a single game. But I think mostly people are upset about the way that the last 7 or so minutes of this game went, where they just were very clearly operating with a vendetta of trying to get him there, forcing it to happen, fouling, all these other shenanigans. And I can understand that because the way I see it is if that is the strategy, then we probably could have seen more 80-point games in the last few years if that was what other teams did, but they didn't go out of their way to do that, right? You know, some of the other guys got to 60s and 70s and all that stuff, but they didn't force it, you know? So I think that's where people are more upset. And I think there's also some people that are mad that are Kobe fans. It just is what it is. But I got to give respect. 83 is 83, man.
Bam broke my GOAT's record. Twitter is calling it a Mickey Mouse 83 already. Stat padded, force fed the hell out of the ball of the blood of the game. So that's fair. And by the way, everybody, if you've not subscribed yet to the Basketball Bulletin here on the YouTube channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Follow us here. We're covering the entire NBA here on the Basketball Bulletin. So Donnie, this was my gut reaction in the moment, and I tweeted this knowing that there were going to be people that were going to say, "Oh, you're just a hater. You're just hating." I'm just giving I'm not even like a Kobe stan, I make it very clear what my own bias is, and that is towards the Lakers. And that's it. That is my bias approaching the game of basketball. But there was something that it didn't sit right with me watching it. And it wasn't so much about him passing Kobe, it was the way it was happening felt like, again, you don't get to 83 points without having an insane career all-time type of game. At the end, when the game is over, I mean, we're in, deep into garbage time, right? Because there's no chance Washington's coming back to win, and the Heat are fouling to get the ball back to Bam, and everything is Bam just charging down the court and chucking up shots, and then they're intentionally fouling just to get the ball back. It felt artificial. You know what I mean? Like that was part of what made Kobe's 81-point game so great, was the Lakers actually needed the points in order to beat the Toronto Raptors that night. This game was over. They kept Bam in and then manipulated things to get him extra shot attempts by fouling intentionally when they were up a ton. That's the part that didn't sit. That, to me, honestly, I was surprised Eric Spoelstra was doing it. I kind of thought, I was like, that's kind of, there's a degree of disrespect to this, and I was a little disappointed that it was Eric Spoelstra doing that.
I was actually pretty surprised they left him in, because I thought they would have been like, oh, we tied it. But they're like, no, we're going to break it. We're going to break that Kobe record. And yeah, I can understand that, because it doesn't feel like they did it the quote unquote right way, right? Like, it feels like you said, it was artificial, and maybe that cheapens it to a degree. And like I said earlier, if that was the way that you're supposed to go about it, I feel like more teams would have done it and more players would have 80 by now. And for the record, I kind of wonder if now these guys get close and teams start trying to do this too. Like, oh, okay, so that's how we're going to do it. So let's see if we can break Bam.
Right. Yeah. Like, I do wonder, does this open Pandora's box? Like, if somebody has 60, and it's the start of the fourth quarter and you've got 60, does their team at that point start fouling to get the ball back?
Yeah, that feels kind of shameless.
Right? So I think that was my own thing. And again, I'm not even saying that from a Kobe, it's not even about passing Kobe. It was just, in the moment, there was something that just didn't feel right. Like, I want to just all out celebrate, because that's an insane record that we thought would probably never fall. But there was something that just felt a little off about it. And that was just my gut, like, visceral reaction in the moment. Senpai said, man, look how Miami had out, was all Bam from the first quarter. Yeah, Bam had a hell of a game. There's no denying that. He was absolutely fantastic. Myron Gardner, Davion Mitchell, Pelle Larsson, Kaspers Yakashonis, that's the starting five, plus Bam Adebayo. You knew they were going to feed Bam quite a bit. But in that moment, I couldn't help but feel like, this is an amazing accomplishment. It's a record that will stand forever. But there's also that little kind of thing that felt off about it. That was my initial reaction when it happened.
The most impressive thing for this game, for me personally, was, one, Bam is extremely confident. Like, he was like, oh, I'm going for it. After a while, he was like, I'm going for it. He was letting it fly. And secondly, just the hardest part, I think, about this is, you got to go and make those shots. You got to make those free throws. That's an insane clip, 36 of 43. And especially when you started feeling the pressure, probably as you're getting close to that second all-time record, you probably started getting tight, sweaty, all that stuff. But just the sheer usage he absorbed, like, he was bringing the ball up full court against three guys and all.
Oh, I'm sure his usage rate, and whenever that comes out, his usage rate is going to be through the roof,
dude. Like, and I see comments like, oh, just stop him. They should have stopped him. Dude, they tried, but Bam was just like, he was not being denied tonight. Like, he was getting to the damn line. So that's where, like, when, and they put, like I said, they put 3-4 guys on him. They didn't care about anything else that happened at that point. It's just about, especially when he got into the 70s and they were like, oh, this is what we're doing. They started really hard, but Bam just, again, was bringing the ball up full court. And I thought that, they tried to keep him from this, but he just forced it, and they forced it. And, here we are. So can't be too mad about that.
SGI said 60% of Wizards' money in street clothes. Shame on Spo. It would be totally, if Bam goes out there and just drops 83, and it's a close game, and like he needs to stay in order to get the win. No issue. I mean, he just all out celebration. That's the only, and a good chunk of me is saying, no, you need to just celebrate this. It's 83 points. However he got there, he got there. it's just the way it came about felt, like I said, a little bit artificial.
If you're gonna compare it, which is natural, but if you're gonna compare it to Kobe's, then obviously it's gonna feel different because, like you said, just the context of the game is entirely different. And in this situation, they very clearly were record chasing. Kobe wasn't trying to, check a record. They were trying to win that game first and foremost. So, because I mean, to be honest, if they're the way Kobe was that night, if he was trying to chase a record, he might have been able to keep going a little bit more there. So maybe had more opportunity to get some more shots up in that game. So, I thought that they very clearly were going for it. But I can't be mad. Like I said, I know he shot 40 free throws. I can't be mad though, because like I keep saying, he had to still go out there and make those baskets, right? But the worst part about it is, again, it does feel a bit cheap when you compare it, 1 and 2, the way they went about it in the fourth quarter. There's no way that they should have been fouling. Frankly, he shouldn't have been in the damn game. They were up so big. And so they went out and just forced it to happen. So, I mean, but how often do you get that opportunity?
Sure. That's the other thing, right? Is how often is anyone anywhere close? So that's why I'm so torn, because how often is anybody close to it, to where they could say, you know what, let's go for it. Let's have this opportunity, or even was in a position to make that kind of decision. Just doesn't happen.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I think it's interesting for sure for him. But I think, how do you think this one will go down in the record books, say 10, 15 years from now? How do you think this one will be looked at?
I think 83 points is 83 points. And that's the way it is.
All that matters, I think.
Yeah, right. Like, I mean, look, people still talk about 2006, right? And Dwayne Wade and the free throws and things like that. Like, that still gets talked about. But the championship is the championship, right? They've got the title. That's the way it's going to be. People still talk about the Lakers and the Kings, right? And Game 6, that still gets talked about. The title is the title, and that's what it is. So 83 points is 83 points. It's in the record books, and that's the way it, regardless of how it comes about. That is what it is. So people are going to be looking back on this, I think, for a long time, saying, man, that was an insane game and an incredible scoring performance.
Yeah, I saw a comment fly by that said Bam isn't even a great scorer. Doesn't that make it more impressive? Like, you're going to have 83 points in the record books from a guy that's not known to be this insane scorer, It's like a career like 18 point per games, whatever it is, right? Like that, I think that's pretty cool overall. But I really do wonder if we're going to look back 10 years from now and see more guys that did something like this. That's part of it too. Like, I really do wonder about that. Are they going to let the Heat just kind of, hold that, or are they going to try to get to 70s more often? Now it's tricky. Like, how often are you at that position entering the fourth? But if things line up that way, we've seen some big scoring performances. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. I mean, let's say what would the reaction be if Luka was at 60 to start the fourth quarter and the Lakers started fouling every possession against the Kings when they were up 20?
Oh man.
What would the reaction be? I'm just curious. I'm just wondering, like, because I don't want to like hate on this moment. Man. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, where
would be sports.
Where is it okay, and where is it, you're clearly just gunning for or is it always okay? Like, do you start a game saying we are going to try to get a guy into the record books? We're going to funnel every shot to player X starting on the opening tip. Like, where is it okay and where is it not? How do you draw the line on something like that?
Yeah, maybe this is just fan base bias, but I feel like that would be scorched earth. I think there's probably a bit of a standard there. So it would be pretty.
Let's say it was Devin Booker. Devin Booker's got 70 going into the fourth, and then Phoenix just starts fouling. To get him there. Then what do you do?
Book's got shitty PR, but just keeping it as it is, man. But anybody else, non-Laker, I think it's received the same way largely. But it's more about, like, did the guy take 20 free throws or did he take 40 free throws? Like, I think that matters to people a lot, right? Like, if Bam made 10 more field goals and took off 20 free throws, I think people would be more okay with it.
Somebody said LMAO, no Wizards fans here, huh? Wizards fans. I mean, I feel Wizards fans, Kings fans, man, I feel for all of you. That's a rough. If you are still, actually, I give a lot of credit. If you are still a Wizards fan, you're still a Kings fan, you're turning up for every game, you're watching every game. I give you guys credit. That is not easy to do in a season like this. That is not easy to do for
Yeah,
sure.
you got to watch Trey play a little bit last game. I don't know if he played in this game, did he? I don't think he did.
Yeah.
But I didn't catch the first half of this game, but you got to see Trey. Technically, a Trey did play, but not the Trey. But yeah.
Appreciation, aspiration. Put 5 trees on the over for Bam. Blame Adam Silver. Now we have Bam 80-point game versus Bums. Why blame Adam Silver? What did Adam have to do? Was Adam Silver playing? If Adam Silver was playing defense, I would assume Bam would go for 80.
Yeah, I wonder if this is more of a the NBA sucks now. It's so easy to score in this era.
Is that where people are going to go? No, I mean, see, here's the thing. Like, we shouldn't take credit away from Bam. You know, it shouldn't be, oh, Bam sucks. Bam shouldn't get credit, all that. But I think it's also okay to feel a little queasy about the way that it came about. Or maybe that's just me making myself feel better, because I don't want to just hate on an incredible accomplishment.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I keep saying, 83 is 83, man. It goes in the record books as 83. I think that deserves respect, period. I can understand the qualms people have with the way he got his 83.
Okay, like even Dave McMenamin, who plays the middle of the road of all middle of the roads, because he's an ESPN guy and he doesn't want to say anything that might dare piss anybody off. And Dave is fantastic, great guy, awesome dude. Says, obviously a major accomplishment. The fact that it happened against a team not trying to win and was aided by his team intentionally fouling when they were already up 20 will factor into how it will be remembered, though.
You also forgot that Dave largely covers the Lakers too, though.
Right, but Dave's also not. Dave's a Philly guy. He's not a Lakers fan. I mean, he rooted against the Dodgers when they were playing the.
Yeah, but he covers the Lakers directly on LeBron, so that does matter, I think. But he's not wrong.
Are you saying Dave is biased?
I think he actually may be a little bit in this case.
Okay.
But my point is that is the exact sentiment you will hear from Lakers fans mostly. I don't think most other fan bases give a damn. And the reason why is because Kobe comes into it.
And the reason why is because of Kobe.
Yeah, I believe so.
Because it's Kobe and he's a Laker and all of that.
Well, because it's easy to say comparison, ethical, non-ethical.
Sure. I'm trying to separate that bit of it from the moment and think, like, if this were a random, if it was a random record from a Orlando Magic player or something that was being broken and it happened in this way. Like, I didn't love Ricky Davis shooting at his own hoop to try to get a triple-double. Like, there's something wrong about that. But at the same time, I don't fault a guy going after an extra rebound when they're one away.
Yeah.
But there's a limit to it, right? You shoot at your own hoop to try to get extra, that, like, that's kind of cheap for the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I maybe it's just that it's Bam. I saw a comment saying if it was someone else, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But I think it's mostly just that. And, I think it's a perspective thing mostly. The way you want to view it, but it doesn't, regardless of how you want to justify it. I don't think it is well regarded because of the way they went about it, because they very forcefully made it happen. But I still give him credit for getting it, because, like I keep saying, he could have, that wasn't a foregone conclusion. But I think one thing Dave is wrong about is how it will be remembered. I think, like we mentioned earlier, it's mostly going to be remembered as an 83-point game in the record books, especially as you get further on down the line, like 20 years or whatever. Because I think right now, for the short term, it'll obviously have an asterisk next to it because people are going to be upset about it. But I don't think that'll be the case long term.
If I couldn't help but think, the broadcast was talking a lot about, Bam is Kobe is his favorite player, and all of that. Cool. I couldn't help but think, was there ever a thought in Bam's head, like, I don't want to beat Kobe this way? Or was it just, hey, I want to be up there with my all-time player?
Probably more the latter. But I do wonder, like, that makes my comment earlier about him. I do wonder if he started getting, tight, feeling sweaty, palms getting sweaty, all that stuff. When he's
Mom spaghetti?
No, I don't know. when he was at the free throw line with like 76.
Whoa, what the hell? Hey, Jackson Hayes just got ruled out with back soreness. Lakers are dropping. Even guys who weren't on the injury report are dropping like flies. Lakers just sent it out.
I feel you, Jax. I woke up and my back was hurting today. I don't know why.
That's
I'm not an athlete.
Just a few minutes ago, Maxi Kleba got ruled out.
The fuck? Oh, we're okay. So we're just punting this game.
Apparently.
Yeah, we're just punting this game.
What is going on?
Yeah, LeBron's out too. We're just losing.
Wow.
Oh, if they lose today, is this a for one? If they win, that's great. But if they lose, is this oh well, we didn't have Jax, so.
You think they're building in an excuse?
It's certainly possible. I don't know. Nah, I don't.
Wow.
But that's crazy. But yeah, on Bam, 83 is 83. I see a lot of the chats pretty conflicted though. While Trev does that, I want to kind of see where we're at with some of these super chats here.
Yeah, please do.
We got a lot. So the last one here was that I believe we didn't cover. Turanblow, excuse me. Gabos game, 8 based on sympathy. Wizards have players getting paid too. That was a comment to somebody else in here, I guess, talking about the 60% super chat. So there's that. But yeah, they're missing players too. They have guys that should be out there. If they didn't want him to get 83, yeah, they should have quote unquote stopped him. So just kind of is what it is. Trev's on point. Older Sac fans hate the Lakers. I think everybody kind of does in the Western Conference.
I wonder how much of that too matters from the non-Lakers fan side of it. If Bam were passing a member of a team that was not as polarizing, what would the reaction be?
Yeah, probably not as big of a deal.
Because there's a lot of people that may not care about Miami, may not care about Washington, but getting a shot in at the Lakers is something they do care about.
Yeah, I think that's probably a thing, but I don't know. It's maybe just Lakers exceptionalism. I don't know. Cammy said, nah, Luka had 73 on 25 of 33 shooting, way more ethical. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, if it's just purely going versus field goals versus free throws. That's my point, though, is people are going to say with Bam, he shot 40 free throws. It's not ethical, right? Set a record for most made free throws in a game. Not ethical, but you know. But I do wonder if guys, I got to go back and see how much Luka had entering that game, or like Book, or I believe Embiid had a 70-point game. Some of these other guys that are up there. I want to see how many points they had entering the quarter versus what Bam did tonight, and if they could have had potentially the idea or the possibility if they did this stuff to hit 80 as well. You know, it probably was true, but they didn't really go for it. I think that's what kind of maybe cheapens it for some people. But, you know, did NBA tanking end today? No.
Why would it end?
So no. Actually, it's alive and well. The Wizards got exactly what they wanted. They didn't give a damn about 80. But I mean, the players probably had pride, but the franchise didn't give a damn.
There was one possession where I thought the Wizards fouled another player just so Bam wouldn't get to the because Bam was just cannonballing down the floor, jacking up shots every possession. Where the Wizards, like, they saw an opportunity, somebody else got the ball and they just fouled him. They're like, we can't let Bam shoot on this one.
That's probably true. Lake Show 1996. This will open the floodgates for unethical ball. See, that's what I've been saying. Like, I do wonder if now maybe these guys that are kind of close, we see that. Like, I do wonder.
Right. Do we see guys now, if they have a certain amount of points going into the fourth, is it okay if you start fouling up 25 going into the fourth quarter at the start of the fourth to get the ball back, to get your guy shots for the entire quarter? Is it okay? What if you do it the whole half? What if you do it the whole game?
That's insane. Right? That's ridiculous. The whole game is crazy.
Where do you draw the line?
Does the NBA just put in a call? You motherfuckers need to stop fouling. Stop.
That whole game. Someone would get on the phone and be like, "Guys, seriously, knock it off."
You're gonna get that call at halftime. You better stop. Like, why do they already have 50 free throws? Stop it. People remember David Robinson, Petty 71-point game. I actually don't remember that myself, but I could pull it up here. Let me see what he had.
I'm gonna have to jump out in just a minute to get Lakers Wolves started here, but
likewise, this will be the last thing that we answer because I gotta go as well.
Yeah, I mean,
David Robinson had 26 out of 41 field goals, 18 for 25 free throws. But again, like, Bam literally doubled those numbers in terms of free throws, at least the makes. But like, that's kind of where, you know,
I mean, it's an insane 83 is 83. It is an insane performance by Bam Adebayo to put up those numbers. That is absolutely insane. And credit to him. That's an incredible accomplishment. Just didn't love the way they went about things in the fourth. And like I said, I was a little surprised it was Eric Spoelstra doing that.
Yeah.
I thought that was going a little too far.
Yeah, for him of all people. LeRon, I'd love to see you get on a court and make 36 free throws. Let me see you do that. He said 36 free throws. Let me see you get your ass on the court and make 36 free throws.
To the free throw line 36 times.
Just the sheer fact of getting to the line 40 times is crazy to me.
Yeah.
But I'm just messing around, guys. I'm just playing. I think that's mostly it. We're gonna wrap there, right?
Yeah, we'll wrap up there because I got to get over to Lakers Wolves to do the play-by-play for that. Everybody, thank you so much for jumping in. Please make sure you do hit the subscribe button. We like to be able to jump on and react to some of the things that are happening around the NBA. Thank you for giving us your thoughts. Even if you disagree with us, you agree with us, whatever, give us your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button right here on the Basketball Bulletin. I'll be over on Lakers Nation doing Lakers Wolves. We'll see how that game plays out. Thank you again, everybody. Till next time. See ya. Stay safe.